Welcome back to the final video in our Instagram series. Okay, so up until this point, what we've talked about so far is we already discussed the Instagram algorithm and then specific actions that you can take on a daily basis to help optimize that algorithm. Then we actually looked at different types of content that we can create to make sure that we're optimizing this algorithm, but we're also encouraging our followers to engage in our content. Next, we actually talked about what are some different strategies that we can use to actually increase our follower base. And then finally, we talked about how you can use your Instagram analytics and actually look at the data and the metrics behind all the different activity that you've taken so far. Now, in this final video, what we're going to do is we're going to take that all together, all the different strategies and techniques that you've learned in the past couple of videos. We're going to take that all together, and I am going to give you a step-by-step action plan for 14 days to help you kickstart your Instagram account. Now, some of you are creating an Instagram account for a business or yourself, and you're starting it from scratch. Absolutely fantastic. This 14-day plan will actually give you step-by-step action tasks that you can take to help kickstart that. Some of you are actually looking to rebrand or revitalize your Instagram page. That's fantastic as well. This video will help you in addition, because what it will do is if you follow these same exact steps, it'll help you rebrand your page and help kickstart it to new growth. All right, so I'm glad you're here. We're going to go over a lot of information. Now, I do have to say this. In this video, we will be referencing a lot of previous content. All right, so there's a lot of videos that came on before you actually want to watch this video. If you have missed any of the previous videos, please read the caption, because I'll actually give you information on how you can gain access to all the videos in these series. Now, if you're more advanced, maybe this 14-day plan is perfect for you. This is all you need. But if you have any questions and you want more in-depth information, make sure you read the caption below, and I'll go and you'll have access to all the different videos that we have in this series. There's a lot of information, but we want to make sure you know exactly what we're doing, and we want to make sure that we are setting you up for success. All right, you guys ready to roll? Perfect. So we are going to fly into our 14 days to kickstart your Instagram account. Now, again, remember, this is fantastic if you are starting an account from scratch or you're looking to revitalize or rebrand your current account. All right, so before we actually dive into this series right here, what I want to do is I want to go over the different stages of campaign development. This is crucial. This is extremely important. And the reason why is because every single campaign that you create, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, or it's broadcast TV, or it's a radio campaign, regardless what it is, the stages of campaign development are always going to be the same. So, for example, you're always going to have a defined stage where you set your goals of the campaign. You're always going to have a buyer persona where you actually look at the motivations of your target audience to ensure that your campaign is in line with those motivations. You're going to have a campaign theme that summarizes what your brand is all about. You're going to create content that engages your target audience. And obviously, you want key performance indicators, or KPIs, which are metrics that you're going to use to analyze exactly what is working and what is not. What should you do the more of the same of, or what do you need to revise? Again, in the caption, if this is new to you, look in the caption and we'll show you how you can get this information. So this 14-day plan revolves around this campaign development process. Again, whether you're creating content for Instagram or Facebook or broadcast TV, it's the same exact steps. That's one of the beauties of this program that we put together for you, is it is seamless. Whatever you do for one piece of content, it's the same exact thought process for the next. All right? Perfect. Now we're ready to dive in. So your 14-day strategy to kickstart your Instagram account. Okay, day one. No, we're not creating content in day one. Isn't that amazing? We're not posting in day one. We need to do a lot of background work first. So in day one, we're going to define the stage. And this is going to be, whether you call it your define stage or setting the stage, but this is your prep work. You have to ask yourself a couple of real important questions before you even begin with an Instagram strategy. First, you have to define your goals. What are you using Instagram for? Now, some of you might say, well, obviously, because we want to increase sales. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're looking to use Instagram as a direct sales vehicle, it might not be the best option for you. Maybe LinkedIn is a better option for you, all right? You have to understand what Instagram is for. I cannot tell you how many clients that I have and how many small businesses I consult. And they tell me, hey, I talked to a previous marketer and they say I have to be on Instagram. Everyone has to be on Instagram. That marketer doesn't know what he's talking about. You have to be on a platform that matches your goals. So Instagram is a platform for you to engage with potential targets and for you to engage with your target audience. Now, there's a big difference between engaging and direct selling. All right. Direct selling is you're creating promo pieces that say, hey, you want to buy me, I'm 50% off. Or hey, you need to buy from me because I'm the best in town. Every now and then you will see Instagram content of that sort. But if that is the base of your content and everything you're creating is a sell piece, I'm just going to try to save you a lot of time. You're not going to be that effective on this platform. This is not a direct selling platform. This is a platform that engages your target audience, that provides content that they're looking for, and it provides engaging types of forms of media that they will be interested in consuming. Now, what's the difference, you might ask? Let me give you an example. Let's say you are a local gym, and at this local gym, you want to target, let's say, moms who have new children, let's say ages 2 to 5. I'm just thinking about this offside of my head. That's the target audience that you're going after. If you want to use Instagram because every single day you want to say, hey, we got a $30 a month plan. Tomorrow, hey, make sure you check out our $30 a month plan. The day after that, don't forget our $30 a month plan ends next week. If that is all the basis of your content, and you're creating content like that every single day, how much attraction do you think you're actually going to get on Instagram? Not much. So then why would this gym actually use Instagram? How can they use Instagram? Well, you know what you could do is you could actually say, hey, here are 10 helpful hints for moms with young children to help you live a healthy lifestyle. Maybe you actually offer 5 simple and easy healthy recipes for busy moms on the go. Maybe you offer some videos on 20-minute home workouts that busy moms can actually do at home. Maybe you talk about the benefits of joining a gym that actually has daycare for moms with young children. Are you seeing the point? There's a big difference in using the program and using the platform of Instagram to direct sell, and you will be wasting a lot of time. What you need to do is you need to get creative, think of your target audience, and then think, hey, is this a platform that I can create content that will engage with them, okay? If you are a gym, if you are clothing retail, restaurants, there are so many businesses that are fantastic for you to engage on Instagram. Now, if you are a logistics company and you are looking for truck companies in the industry to sell your logistic equipment to, is Instagram the right platform for you? Probably not. You're probably best served on LinkedIn. So the first thing you need to do on day one, before you even start, what are your goals? Are you going to engage with your target audience and create engaging content that they are seeking to eventually build rapport with your target to hopefully eventually get a customer? Perfect. Instagram is fantastic for that. But if you're looking for a quick sell, a direct sell, and all you're going to do is be creating sell and promo pieces, and you're looking to use Instagram to just DM people cold, trying to solicit your services, it's not the platform for you. You want to go to LinkedIn, save yourself some time. So that's day one. Define your goals. Ask yourself, is Instagram right for you? Okay, so now the next thing you need to think of is, are you creating an Instagram page that is focused on you as the brand, or do you have a separate company that's the brand? Let me give you an example of what exactly I'm talking about. Let's say you are a videographer and your name is John Doe. Now you have two choices. John Doe could be the brand, and when everyone thinks of John Doe, they think of this superstar videographer. And on John Doe's page, 80% of the content that he will post on his page is about videography. And then maybe about 20% will be a little bit personal. Not necessarily because he wants to show his personal life, but to humanize the brand. Maybe he'll post a picture of him and his spouse on a date night. Maybe it will be a post about him and his friends talking about a future business venue or whatever it is. That's one option John Doe has. The second option John Doe has is he might say, you know what? I don't want to be the name of the brand. I want a separate name. And I'm going to call this brand Higher Up Video. And I'm going to keep my personal Instagram page aside. And I'm going to create an additional Instagram page that is a company page called Higher Up Video. Okay. There's pros and cons of each approach. And I want to go over both of them for you very clearly so you know what's best for your business. Now remember, here's the question. Are you the brand where it's your name, your face, and your Instagram account? When people think of your business, they think of you. That's option one. Option two, you do not want to be the name of the brand. You don't want to be the face of the brand. You want people to think of a company, an established entity, instead of you. That's option two. What are the pros and cons of each? Just take option one. So let's say John Doe wants John Doe Photography. And John Doe wants to be the face of the brand. And John Doe wants his name on everything. He is the brand. When people think of John Doe, they think of a superstar videographer. Here are the pros of this. Number one, if this is the direction you're going to go, you create one Instagram page. That Instagram page is you. It's your name. Videography is in your bio. Now, who would do something like this? Well, on a big level, I want you to think of Grant Cardone. I want you to think of Tony Robbins. I want you to think of Gary Vee. They all have multi-million-dollar companies. They all have hundreds, if not thousands, of employees. But when you think of their businesses, do you think of a business name or do you think of the person? You think of the person. So they are the brand. So that's what we're talking about right here. So the first benefit of this right here is it's simplistic because you only need to manage one account, right? It is one account that you're dealing with. The account is your name. Now, here is a downside to that. Even though you're managing one account, and you might throw some element of humanity into this. You might do a date night post, or you might do a post of you and your friends, as we talked about earlier. But this is not a personal page, meaning you're not going to be posting what you're doing on the weekend with the boys or what's going on every single step of your vacation on Instagram. Maybe you'll use Facebook for that, or Snapchat, or a different platform. This is a professional platform. It's just one that's used to drive your content forward, okay? So number one benefit is it's going to save you time. Second benefit is that people will most likely interact with a person before they interact with a brand that they don't know. A lot of people might actually know John Doe is the person. So if John Doe is posting content of his videography, they're more open to interacting with that content because they know who John Doe is. They might not know what higher up video is. They might have never heard it, and they might not even associate higher up video with John Doe. So if higher up video is posting content of videography, they might not interact with it because they don't know anything about it. So that is the second benefit. So the first benefit is going to save you time. You only have to manage one account. Second benefit is people are more apt to interact with a person. All right. So those right there are the main benefits if you want to be the face of the brand and you want one Instagram account that is you. All right. Pros are saves you time. People are more apt to interact with a live person. The con is this, it's no longer your personal page. You can throw a little bit of personal stuff, maybe 80%, but you're going to use other platforms to handle your personal account, which a lot of people are actually doing nowadays anyways. This is fantastic for independent contractors. So if you're a videographer, if you are a wedding planner, if you're a photographer, if you are, anyone in the gig economy where it's really one person, it's fantastic for that individual. It's also fantastic if it's your name that's the brand. You are the brand. You are the logo. You are the official registered name of the brand. You are the company. These situations, it's fantastic. You probably want to have one Instagram page. You are the focus. It'll make life a lot easier for you. Okay. When you create a business page, you want to create a business page if the entity is bigger than you, or the entity is more than you, or you do not want the entity to be you. All right. So for example, let's say you open up a coffee shop. Most likely, you're probably not going to have John Doe's Coffee Shop. You probably have a catchy name for the coffee shop. The baristas are going to be the face of the coffee shop because they're the ones interacting with the customers on a daily basis. Same thing with a restaurant. In those situations, you probably are better off creating a company page. You'll have your own personal page on the side, but you will have a company page that focuses on the business, right? So the pros of that is the brand is not you. The brand is the company in itself. So we're giving it its own identity. That's the plus of it. The con of it is now you have to manage two pages, your own personal page as well as the business page itself, all right? This is a very important decision, especially if you're an independent contractor. Are you the brand or are you branding a company? If you are the brand, I would highly recommend you have one page so people know about you and your work. However, if you have a branded company, coffee shop, a big business that has a lot of employees, a clothing store, right? Then you're going to have to separate that and create a business page separately, all right? So that's the next thing you're going to think of. The final thing you think of is budget. Now, you guys might say, but Instagram is free. I don't have to pay anything. Chances are it could be free. But you may also need to buy some devices or equipment. So for example, and this video that you see right now, I have a microphone here. I have a microphone stand that goes by the desk. I actually have two lights right here, as well as a light stand. I have accent lights behind me. That's equipment. That costs money. The program that I'm using to record this video, that costs money. I actually upgraded my iPhone for a better camera. That costs money. I'm not saying you have to spend anything. You might be able to do everything for free on your cell phone. Cell phones are that fantastic. But maybe you need to buy a lavalier set to have better sound. Maybe you need to buy microphones. Maybe you need to buy a gimbal. Maybe you need to buy lighting. I don't know. It all differs based on what you're trying to accomplish. You want to know this going in. Maybe you want to get on Instagram, you want to do a whole bunch of reels, but you cannot produce reels, so you got to hire someone to do reels for you. Maybe you got to hire a social media manager, all right? These are all things you want to think of beforehand. You don't want to get into a platform realizing, hey, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the desire or the know-how to produce this content for this platform, and now you just wasted all this time, all right? So These are things you want to think of on day one. This helps you set the stage. What are the goals? What am I trying to accomplish through Instagram? And is Instagram the right platform to fulfill these goals? Am I going to create a brand that's focused on me, the person, or am I going to create a brand that's focused on a separate company entity? And then finally, what is my budget? Do I have a budget, or do I want to try to do everything on my cell phone myself, right? So that's what you want to do day one. Now, once that is set, then we can start looking at getting into day two. Now, day two, what we need to do is we need to do some research on our target audience. Who exactly is our target audience? Who exactly are those individuals that I want to attract? Don't say everyone. If you say everyone, that is not true. Everyone is not going to go to your page. What are those groups of individuals that are going to find value in the content that you're creating? That's what we're asking for here, all right? And then what we want to do is we want to create a buyer persona, and we want to look at their Instagram preferences. We want to look at a buyer persona and look at their Instagram preferences. Now, again, we have a whole video on how to do a buyer persona, but here's a quick little screenshot that can show you roughly how to actually get into that. So buyer persona, what we want to know is when you're thinking of your target audience, right? What are they passionate about? What are they excited about? What are their hobbies, right? We also want to know about what are their goals? What are they trying to accomplish? Think if you're a gym, if you're a local gym, don't you want to know what they want to accomplish? Don't you want to know what their goals are? Yeah, because you can create engaging content based on that. Problems, pain points. What's preventing them from reaching these goals? What are their pain points, right? If you're that local gym, maybe it's time. Maybe they don't know how to work out. Maybe they're a new parent and it's challenging to be able to work out with little children, right? What are their pain points? What's their ideal image? We all have an ideal image. Me, my ideal image is I want to be known as someone who's very studious. I want to be known as someone who is very deliberate. And I want to be known as someone who's very professional, who's out there helping people reach their goals and advance their career. That's my ideal persona. Some people's ideal persona might be luxury, where they want a Rolex and drive a Ferrari. Some people might be adventurous, and they want to be known as that person that goes off-roading. Maybe you want to be known as the traveler, and your ideal persona is traveling the world. Think of your target audience. What's their ideal persona? What's their ideal image? Because now you can create content in line with that. Frequently asked questions. What questions are they asking on an ongoing basis, right? So a lot of my individual segments and target audience members, their common questions are, how do I grow my business? How do I get more sales? How to engage with people on Instagram? Your target audience is asking questions right now. What are they? Because if you can answer their questions, you're going to increase engagement, right? So we have a whole video on buyer persona. Again, look at the caption if you want to read it, and it'll give you a lot more detail on this. But you got to know who your target audience is, and you have to know what motivates them. What motivates them? Why? Because now you can create content in line with these motivations. Now, if you fill this out properly, this is a gold mine of content that you can create on an ongoing basis. It is fantastic. You can just look at this on a daily basis. Okay, let me see what kind of content I want to create. That helps you out tremendously, all right? The next thing you got to do is you got to look at your Instagram interests. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is a real helpful rule of thumb. Those who are following you, or those who are following your competitors, what are they interested in? Wouldn't that be cool to know? And I know I said this in a previous video, but it's inflact.com. No, they don't pay me. I wish they did, but they don't pay me. It's not a promo. It's just a useful tool that I use. And what's cool about this is you can just put any username in here, and it'll tell you what their followers are interested in. Now, I will say this. It has to be a public Instagram page, all right? So they don't violate anyone's privacy, just so you know. These are only public pages where people want to see their posts, right? Public pages where people want to see their posts. So you can just put in any name that you want and hit analyze. Now you can put your own account if you already have an account, and it'll tell you the interests of those who follow you. You can put a name of someone that you follow. You can put a name of a competitor. You can put a name of an influencer whose target audience you would love to have them follow you back, right? So it's just a cool little tool. And if you look right here, now there's two different profiles here, all right? So this right here is one profile. This right here is the second profile, just so you don't get confused, right? So let's look at the top one right here. So I got top caption words. What that means is what are some of the words that this individual account is using over and over and over again in the last 100 posts. And this one is really interesting, user interests. What are the interests of those who follow this user, right? So we have marketing, we have business, we have fashion. Down below, what are some of the interests? Workout, 50%, look at that. Fashion, 15%. Clothing, 11%. Clean eating, 3%. Business, 3%. Student, 3%. How is this helpful? Now, I'm not saying you cannot create content outside of this, but it just helps you understand what type of content is my target audience interacting with. What topics is my target audience interacting with? It's just a little helpful tool. Just a little helpful tool for you. So really, all that you're trying to do more than anything is you're trying just to understand who is my target audience, what motivates them. Who's my target audience, what motivates them. So day 2, you want to do research on your target audience and build a buyer persona. All right? Day 3. Now, day 3, what we need to do is we need to create a profile theme. We need to create a profile theme. Now, a theme has to do 2 things. It has to grab my target's attention, and it has to advance my goals. It has to grab my target's attention and advance my goals. So if I create content that says nothing but buy for me, 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 is that going to grab the target's attention? Absolutely not. It's not a good theme. But if I create content that's just like, let's say it's humor, but I never mention my brand, is that a good theme? No, because maybe they don't even know what type of business you are, all right? So we got to create a theme that is going to grab our target's attention as well as advance our goals. Again, link below in the caption. There's content that we have on exactly how you can do this effectively. All right, Chick-fil-A, take a look at this. What is the theme here? You can see it's a fun, uplifting theme, right? We got some funny cows and funny situations. But you can see I also have a little bit of product placement in here, right? Rich caramel shake, which looks fantastic right now. The original take on an original chicken sandwich right here. So this is a theme. And what I mean by a theme is you pretty much have the same kind of fonts, the same imagery, the same look and feel. Some are funny, some are entertaining, some are product placement. You can have a match, but you have a cohesive theme right here. It grabs the target's attention. You know it's in line with the Chick-fil-A brand, and it moves the goal forward. They're trying to engage with you. So now when you're hungry or you drive by Chick-fil-A, you probably think of this rich caramel shake or this chicken sandwich. Here's another example. What is the theme? Old home country decorations. This is probably more of a fallish theme. This is Hobby Lobby. But again, it's cohesive. Now, is there product placement in here? Yeah. But it's not like, hey, buy this tin can decorations for $9.99. It's actually showing what a decorated home can look like by using the products at the store. We're showing the benefits. We're showing the end use. We're showing a warm, homey, cozy, decorated house. Again, it's one cohesive theme. They all flow together. They all have the same look and feel to them. Another one, Under Armour. Under Armour is known for having not just professional athletes, elite athletes. You have Curry, you have The Rock, you have the coach of Notre Dame. Now again, is there a post of product placement? Absolutely. You can have a post of product placement. That's perfectly fine. But what is the majority of the posts? It's focusing on engaging the target audience. How is it grabbing their attention? By using elite athletes. All right. So the thing that you have to ask yourself is, what is your theme? What is your page going to be about? This is really important. I have seen so many different pages, and you probably have too, where you go to this business page and they post about anything and everything, and you have no cohesive message. You don't even know what the page is about. Is that your page right now? Or if they go to your page, if followers go to your page, is there a cohesive message, a cohesive theme, something that's catchy, that grabs individuals' attention, but also helps advance the goal forward, all right? So you need to create a theme. So we've actually talked about in previous videos how to niche down, how to only focus on 1 to 3 topics or niches. And each topic should be the intersection of what your page is about and what your target audience is interested in, all right? So what are these 1 to 3 topics that you're going to talk about? Keywords, phrases. Based on these 1 to 3 topics, what you want to do is you want to create 3 to 5 keywords or phrases, right? These should be what your target is passionate about. It should be their goals, as well as their problems and pain points that they experience. Now, these keywords and phrases. So notice what we're doing here. And just to recap, this is in the algorithm video. So if you feel like you're lost, make sure you stop here and go to the algorithm video. I'm selecting 1 to 3 topics. My content is only focused on those 1 to 3 topics. Within those 1 to 3 topics, I have 3 to 5 words, keywords, or phrases. And I want to try to use those keywords or phrases in as many different posts that I can. This is really important because what it does is it kickstarts the Instagram algorithm. It kickstarts the Instagram algorithm. If they see that I'm only posting on 1 to 3 topics, they know exactly what my page is about. If they see me using the same keywords and the same phrases over and now, you don't use every single one of these 3 to 5 keywords in every single post. Mix and match them. Spread them out. But what it does is it shows Instagram's search engine optimization mechanism exactly what your posts are about, what your page is about, and then what it can do is it can find individuals who are actually looking for this content and match the two of you together. All right? So niches, keyword phrases, image. What is the ideal image of your page? Which is that theme we just talked about. We looked at Chick-fil-A, what their image was, fun, uplifting. We looked at Hobby Lobby. Their image is homey, country feel, a nice home decorated house, right? Under Armour, what is their image? Elite athletes performing at the highest level possible, all right? Now you got this awesome dog over here doing a selfie. That's your brand profile picture. Is it a logo? Is it you? Is it an image of people? What's your profile image going to be? Underneath you see hex colors. What colors are you going to use? Bio. What is your bio going to be? Why should people focus on you? Why should people follow you? Why should people come to your content on an ongoing basis? That is what you want to put in your bio. You want to focus on your niches, your keyword phrases. You want this to be catchy and reinforce your brand. Hashtags. Are you using hashtags in your account or not? You know, what type of mixes do you want? All right. Again, if you don't know how to put a brand theme together, we have videos that show you how to do that step by step. Make sure you look in the caption and follow the link. All right, look at this. Let's look at this individual. So if we see this individual right here, cooking easy and delicious recipes, recipes at cookinginthemidwest.com, TikTok, 2.6 million followers. Do we know what this page is about? Immediately you know what this page is about. By just reading the caption, cooking easy and delicious recipes. You can't get any simpler than that. You can see exactly what this individual's page is about. He's telling you right off the bat. You know exactly what the theme is. That's what you want to do. I also want to point out, is this a business page, or is he focusing on him himself as the brand, right? It's a picture of him. You can say there is Luke Brown right here. Now, you might say, hey, listen, but the handle is a business, which is fine. That's probably his tagline. But for the most part, you can see he's focused on him himself. He is the brand, all right? So this is an example of what we're talking about of setting up the theme of your page. Here's another individual. Content marketing with Josh Ryan. Exposing the secrets we use to gain millions of followers for our clients. You know exactly what this page is about. Again, this is another individual who the brand is himself instead of a company, right? But right off the bat, you know exactly what the look and feel is. You know exactly what type of content he's going to create. You know exactly what his niches are. You know exactly what the content is. Okay, now we're on days 4 and 5. Notice what we've done to this point. We've identified our goals of creating this page. We did this on day 1. Then what we did is we did some target research on day 2 to really understand what motivates our target audience. On day 3, we created a theme that we want our page to focus on. Now what we're going to do on days 4 and 5 is we're going to take all that information and we're actually going to create a profile. We're going to create a profile page for us to eventually kickstart. So what exactly do we need to do on this? All right, we need a profile picture that reinforces our brand and is catchy. We need to create a profile bio. Hopefully you did that in your theme stage. We need to create a couple of featured stories. We need to create at least 3 featured posts. And we need a total of 6 posts. All right, this sounds like a lot. So let's break this down. What exactly are we talking about here? All right, take a look at this, this page right here. Right off the bat, let's look at the profile picture. Does it clearly tell you what this page is about? Pretty much, you can probably assume it's going to be health and fitness oriented, right? Now let's look at the bio. Free daily workouts to help you get stronger and feel better. Maximize your health and fitness goals with home workouts. By reading this bio and looking at the profile, do you know what this page is about? Yes, absolutely. If this is something in line with their target audience, would they be interested in this? Yes, absolutely, right? She says, check out my programs. There's a link below. And you got an idea of what's going on. All right, perfect. We know what the topics and the niches that this individual is focused on. We can probably see what some of the keywords that she will be focusing on as well. The keywords will probably be maximize your health, fitness goals, home workouts, daily workouts. All right, so that's what we're talking about as far as the keywords and the key phrases. But I want you to look at what else is going on here. Now look at these featured stories. About me, probably tells about her herself. Why is she doing this? She's humanizing her brand. Fun facts, again, humanizing the brand, trying to get you engaged, trying to get you connected. Tavi Active, discounts, colorful, Tavi Retreat, and then you got another one right here, all right? So these featured stories on top, you want to create a couple of them, so when anyone comes to your page and they want to find out more right off the bat, it's right here. Now, what should your featured stories be about? Well, it could be about your target's passions. It could be about their goals. It could be about their problems. It could be about their ideal image. Boy, doesn't this sound familiar? That's why we do a buyer persona. Because all these items on your buyer persona, you can now use as featured items and featured stories on your page. All right? You're just trying to get people interested on your page when they come to your account. If someone is coming to your account, will they follow you? That's what you're asking yourself. If someone is coming to your account, will they follow you? Okay? So I have the profile picture. I have the bio. I have featured stories. Now I have featured posts. So you can see I have a nutrition guide. I have a workout program, back, shoulders, biceps. All right, this one is not featured. These two are. Why is this important and why is it so helpful to have featured posts up on top of your profile? Well, if someone is going to this account because they want workout routines or they want home workouts. Right off the bat, you got a workout program right here. It's exactly what they're looking for. You got a nutrition guide right here. It's exactly what they're looking for. This person is doing such a fantastic job giving the target audience exactly what they're looking for. So what probably is going to happen? Well, someone will probably follow her page back. You need to do the same thing as you set your page up. Does your profile picture grab the target's attention? Is it in line with your brand and your theme? Does the bio literally tell what your page is about? And also, does it give your target audience information that they're searching for? If you are searching for free daily workouts, if you are searching to maximize your health, if you're looking to meet your fitness goals and get home workouts, why would you not follow this person? Of course you'd want to. It is exactly what you're looking for. That is what you need to do in your page. Does your bio grab their attention? Does the bio show them that you're going to give them what they want? Is the featured stories in line with their buyer persona, their passions, their problems, their goals, right? And then for your featured posts up on top, the pinned posts up on top, are you giving them valuable content that they will find valuable? Content that they will find valuable, okay? So that is what you need to do on days 4 and 5. You want to now use all this information that you've gathered together, and let's start creating a dynamic Instagram page that's not focused on you. It's focused on the buyer persona of your target audience. Their passions, their goals, their problems, what frequently asked questions that they have, what their ideal image is. That needs to drive your bio, your featured stories, and your featured posts, right? You also want to create at least a total of 6 posts just to get you going so people actually see this is a live account. What you want to make sure is if someone comes to your account for the first time, do they know exactly what your account is about? Does it grab their attention? And does it convince them to want to follow you? And the 4th thing is, do you give them information and content that they are seeking? If you can do all these 4 things, it's a good chance they're going to follow you, all right? But we need to prep this first. Now, what's next? Day 6. Now we actually have a page that's solidified, a page that's good, a page that's strong, a page that's designed to get people to follow you. Well, now we need to create a following. Now we need a following. So what you're going to do right here is you're going to create a base following. In politics, you always hear of commentators saying, hey, that politician needs to solidify their base. That's what we're talking about right here. So here's what you're going to do on day 6. You're going to contact all your friends and family. Ask them to follow the page. You can text them links if you want. You can email them. If you have an email list, maybe you're a business that's already in service and you want to email your current customers or database members exactly, hey, we got a new Instagram account. Make sure you follow it. You can also share on your personal accounts. So if you have a Facebook account, if you have a Snapchat account, if you have a TikTok account, right? Use other platforms that you currently have activity on to share this account. And lastly, those around you. A lot of times, if I am kickstarting an account, I'll have my students in class ask them to follow it. A lot of my students, when they're kickstarting an account, if they're on a sports team, when they're at practice and practice is over and everyone's in the locker room, they'll ask people to follow it. This stage right here is really about guerrilla marketing. This is personal interaction. All right, this is not some super fancy technique. It's just old-fashioned asking people to follow. Get your friends and family to follow. If you have an email list or contact list, send that out. Get people to follow. Share on your personal accounts. Get those around you to follow. We need to develop a base. You want to show that this page actually has some activity before you start going outside to outside followers. All right. You're building your base, solidify your base right here. Day 7, engage, engage, engage. You might be asking me, dude, like when do we start like posting every day? We will get there. We're not there yet. You need to show people that you are an account worthwhile following. You need to, gone are the days where you just follow, unfollow, and people are going to follow you no matter what. Those days are long gone. You got to give people an excuse to follow you. Your page has to be set up in a format where it's content that they're seeking and they're interested in. That needs to encourage them to follow you. You need to have engaging featured content that tells them, hey, listen, this is a page worthwhile. And the next thing you need to do is you need to engage with other people. Yes, you need to engage with other people. Here's why. If you're engaging with other people and your engagements are authentic, then naturally they will probably be more apt to engage with you. But it has to be authentic, right? So what exactly are we doing here, right? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to search common interests. So if you are about a gym, fitness, right? Search on Instagram about fitness, daily workouts, gyms, healthy nutrition, right? And anything like that. Look at the posts that come up. Find a couple of posts that you find interesting. Like it, comment it, maybe follow the person, all right? I want you to do this to at least 30 different posts on day 7, and it has to be 30 different accounts. Maybe it's someone that you follow. Maybe it's a local gym and you want to track their followers, right? You can look at their followers and see what they're posting. But I want you to be authentic. Here's what I mean. Don't do, hey, great post, 2 thumbs up, right? That's not authentic. If someone has a before and after picture of what their condition was before they started working out into what their condition is now, be authentic. Man, that is so fantastic. What an unbelievable goal you just accomplished. Keep it up. You're working hard. If someone has a huge accomplishment that they post, give them a sincere compliment. If someone is out on vacation and they're at an unbelievable resort location, comment on how awesome that resort location is, right? What I want you to do is I want you to be authentic. Now, you might tell me, well, that's not the point of Instagram. I should just post and people should just like my stuff. Those days are gone, my friend. If you want people to engage in your content, you're going to have to engage in other people's content. It's not a one-way streak. You have to be engaging in order to get people to engage you back. So a good rule of thumb is you want to interact with at least 30 posts a day and be authentic. Now, you can also interact with people on posts on your own feed. That's a great way to start. Interact with posts on your own feed. And also interact with posts as you're searching common interests. All right? So that's what you want to do day 7. Now, we've done a lot of work up until this point. But guess what? Now we are finally ready. Days 8, 9, and 12, I want you to post reels as well as engage. We're not giving up this engage part. I want you to post reels and engage. Now, I don't want you to post just any reel. There has to be a strategy behind this, all right? So number 1, I want you to identify one topic. So if you are a gym and you're focused on 20-minute home workouts, I want you to just focus on 20-minute home workouts. You're going to do 3 reels that provide 3 different 20-minute home workouts. If it's about healthy nutrition or quick, easy meal prep, 3 separate videos on quick, easy meal prep. I want it to be the same topic. We got to get the Instagram search engine optimization rolling, right? So we need to add some consistency. What you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're creating this content, it is in line with your brand. It is in line with the topics that you selected. Remember, you only selected 1 to 3 topics that your whole entire brand and page is going to be about. The reel has to be in line with that. The reel has to be in line with your target's interests. What frequently asked questions are they seeking? And maybe that's the type of content you're giving them. What goals are they trying to accomplish? Maybe that's what type of content you're giving them. What pain points are they trying to overcome? Maybe that's the type of content that you're creating. Now again, in the link in the caption, I have a ton of series instructing and guiding, giving such fantastic insights on how you can create engaging content. So make sure you take a look at that if you haven't already. So on days 8, 9, and 12, you're creating reels, and these reels are going to be in line with your target audience and your topic. Why are we doing reels? The reason why we're doing reels is because at this point right now, until things change, reels are the number one vehicle that you can use to attract non-followers, right? If you're only trying to get engagement with your current followers, believe it or not, a real good image will be just as good as a reel. But what happens is reels are used to attract non-followers. So on your Instagram feed, you'll see suggested posts. A lot of those are reels. So that's how they're actually displayed to people who are not following you. Because we're building our Instagram page up, we're trying to gain more followers. So we have to do reels because that's the vehicle that will attract other people. All right. Now, next, I want your reels to focus on, and we already talked about this, your target's passions, your target's goals, their problems and pain points, frequently asked questions, what will entertain them. They have to be engaging topics. They have to be engaging topics. We call this high impact reels because these are the topics that are most likely to encourage engagement. These are topics that are most likely to encourage engagements. You're only going to post one reel a day. That's it. Don't post multiple reels a day. Here's why. If you post multiple pieces of content in one day, what the Instagram algorithm is going to do is it has to decide, okay, when do I serve up this piece of content? When do I serve up this other piece of content? And what's going to happen is instead of 100% of the displays that's going to be allocated towards you be on one post, they're going to divide it between the two posts or the multiple posts that you post in that day. You're not at the point yet. If you're The Rock or you're Steph Curry, if you can post as much as you want, you're going to get traction. But most likely, probably not at that point yet. Only post once a day so the entire Instagram algorithm is focused on that one post to get interactions with, right? Use trending music. Trending music is going to change on a daily basis. Again, in the caption, I got videos that show you how to do that. In the caption, I also show you how to use catchy, boy, I can't talk today, catchy captions filled with keywords. The key here is we need to optimize the Instagram SEO as we're creating these reels. We do this by making sure they're high impact, by focusing on passions, problems, interests, so on and so forth. We do this by only focus on one post a day, so the algorithm is only focused on that one post. And we also go to KickStart the SEO by ensuring that in our caption, we have words that influence our topic, our keywords, and our top phrases. All right. So you want to make sure that's encompassed on a daily basis. Again, if you don't know how to do that, look at the link in the caption and it'll tell you how. And finally, you're going to engage. Same exact thing, 30 posts a day. I want you to engage with 30 posts every single day until your Instagram page is where it needs to be. Like, comment, follow people. I'm not saying you need to follow every single one of these posts, but interact with the people. Because here's why. If you interact with a potential user and that user interacts with you, now you have a history of interacting with each other. Well, guess what part of the Instagram algorithm is? History of people interacting with each other. So what are they going to do? Now they're going to start showing each other's content in your feeds. All right? So that's why it's so important for you to interact with other people. Number one, chances are they're going to interact back with you. And number two, once you get that history of interaction, it boosts up the algorithm. Okay. Days 10, 11, and 13. I want you to post images, all right? Days 10, 11, and 13, I want you to post images. And the reason why I'm focusing on this right here is because for some of you, creating reels every single day is going to be a challenge. It takes a lot of work to create a reel. It's not easy. So I'm not telling you to create a reel every single day. Now, if you have a team that's actually dedicated to that and you can do it, fine, go ahead. But I really don't think you need to as you're kickstarting. So days 10, 11, and 13, focus on images. And here's what I want you to do. I want these images to highlight real people. I don't want them to be promo pieces. If you are a restaurant, take pictures of real people in your restaurant having a great time. If you are a videographer, do a picture of a live video event that you're shooting or the people in it. If you are a marketer, show a picture of one of your clients that's just opening a new business, right? Regardless of what it is. Highlight real people interacting with your brand. Don't make it staged. Make it real. Make it authentic. Also, try to make it people that people know. Try to make it people that people know, all right? Social currency, only if applicable. If you are a high fashion brand or you are a hair salon that focuses on high fashion, social currency would be fantastic for you because you're showing the luxury of the post. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, link in the caption. It will tell you. I got a whole series talking about how to do this. Current events, seasons. Valentine's Day was last week as the time of this recording, so a lot of people are posting about Valentine's Day. Super Bowl happened recently at the time of this recording. A lot of people are posting about the Super Bowl. Are there any upcoming events that's happening that your target audience is actively talking about? All right. These are the type of images I want you to focus on. Maybe all three images are highlighting real people. If you are a luxury brand or a high fashion brand, maybe you want to focus on social currency. If you're a brand where your target audience is really focused on current events and what's happening right now, maybe that's what you want to do. So you can mix and match, or you can focus on one. It depends on your brand. But these are high impact images. These are images that are designed to gain traction. All right. So you're going to do this on days 10, 11, and 13. Same thing, one image a day. Include a location. That kickstarts Instagram's algorithm. Include a location. Again, caption filled with keywords. Same thing. And yes, you have to engage. I have 50 posts on these days. If you want to stay with 30, it's up to you. The reason why I did 50 is just so, 30 one day, 50 another. Instagram doesn't like seeing the same exact number of interactions every single day because then they think you're a bot, right? So just try to mix it up a little bit. But I want to make sure you're engaging with content. You got to be authentic. You got to be engaging with other people. Now, I do have to say this. You might engage with people for a week and be like, oh, nothing happened. It takes time. It takes, excuse me, it takes consistency. You have to stay with it. It takes time. It takes consistency. You have to stay with it, okay? Day 14 is analytics. Now, again, we got a whole video on analytics. Now, what you want to do is you want to look at the analytics of the previous week, what worked, what didn't work, and plan the week ahead, okay? What worked, what didn't work, and plan the week ahead. Day 14 is your timeout day. I don't want you to post every single day without having an opportunity to analyze your strategy and understand what worked, what didn't work. If you have this day built in, this analytic day, every single week, what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing what works, what doesn't work, okay? And again, if you don't know how to read the analytics, link in the caption. We got the series that will show you exactly how to do that. So that is your 14-day strategy. That is your 14-day strategy. On day 1, you're going to define your campaign and set your goals. Then we're going to do some research on our target audience. Then we're going to create an exciting theme that's going to grab their attention. Then we're going to build our profile that's strictly designed that if someone goes to our page, it is going to encourage them to follow us. Then what we're going to do after that is we're going to start building a following with our base. We're going to actually start engaging with people. And then we got a series of strategic pieces of content that we can create. Fantastic. Great job. You did it. 14 days. But now what? Let's say you did all of this and you did the 14 days and everything's working fantastic. What do you do from here? Well, it's really kind of simple. You're just going to repeat days 8 through 14. That's it, every single week. Repeat days 8 through 14. And what's going to happen is if you do this for a month, 2 months, 3 months, you're going to start to get into a groove and you're going to see what's working, what's not working. And then you can start to devise a plan that's specific for you, that will work directly for you. But at least what this 14-day strategy does is it gets you moving. Every single important aspect of creating an Instagram page is covered in these 14 days. Now, I see this all the time. A lot of times, I see people, they're creating a new page, they're trying to revitalize a new page, and they go right into posting content. And you notice, I didn't even start posting content until day 8. And they realize that what they're doing is not working. Why? Well, maybe they don't have a cohesive brand. Maybe they haven't niched down and they don't have a specific niche that they're going after. Maybe they never did a buyer persona and they don't know what their target's passions, pains, and goals are, right? It's really important to do your homework first. I'm telling you, it will save you a lot of time in the long run. Do your homework first, step by step, day by day, little by little. Consistency is the key here, guys. If you are consistent and you do this on an ongoing basis, it's amazing what you can see happen. So that's it, guys. That is your 14-day strategy to kickstart your Instagram account. Remember, consistency. That's all I can stress. Consistency. You have a roadmap. It is not going to happen overnight. It is going to be work. But if you are consistent, then you are going to see fantastic results. All right, in closing, Bible verse of the day, Galatians 6:9. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in good season we will reap if we do not give up. Don't give up. I know you guys can do it, and I look forward to hearing about your success. Have a good one.